Welcome to AA3. My name is Wayne Lejean.
Yo, it's Kari Devine.
It's your boy Mike.
A little bit about me. I am 20 years old. I currently live in Maryland. Such a beautiful state. But I am 20 years old. I currently live in Maryland. I am studying exercise science at Montgomery College, and I will be going into my junior year of college. Dakari?
Yeah, it's Kari Devine. I am currently figuring it out. Yeah. I'm getting there though. Trust and believe. I'm already on top.
It's your boy Mike. I'm currently not in school. You know what I'm saying? Like my boy Kari said, trying to figure it out. But IT is the move. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to get into. I'm trying to get into the IT world. Like my boy Wayne said, I currently reside in Maryland, but we international, we worldwide. You know what I'm saying? This is not just for Maryland. This is for anybody listening, whether you overseas, whether you Canada, to anywhere. So
Yeah, like Mike said, this is our podcast, and we're not just meant for people who live in Maryland or people our age in their early 20s. This is for anybody and everybody that wants to take a listen to what we have to say, because on this podcast, we will be talking about anything and everything. And we're just going to be keeping it real the whole entire time.
Open-ended conversation.
Conversations are not limited to any one topic. We will be having various questions that will be asked by Mike.
Yes, sir.
And we will all be giving our thoughts and opinions on said topic. And it's going to be open-ended. They're open-ended questions. So it's going to be a lot of discussion going on. And to our listeners that are listening, if you have any feelings on the topic or feedback for us, go ahead and let us know. Like I said, this is our first episode, so it might be a little bit of rusty.
Bear with us, you know what I'm saying?
It might be a few kinks to work out here and there. But we just want to have fun on this show.
Yes, sir.
And that's how it's going to be.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to start up with the questioning. Go ahead, Mike.
All right, let's get it started, boys. Y'all ready for the first question of our podcast?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's go. All right. What's one form of self-expression you've been too hesitant to explore?
Wow. The first question?
That's a big question for our first question on this show.
I think I could touch on that, briefly.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Damn, I low-key feel like dance.
Dancing?
Dance?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to go
Form of self-expression.
You want to go more in depth to that?
I don't know. I feel like it's a great way to get your energy out. You know what I'm saying? It's a great way to it's a form of exercise in a sense. No, it is a form of exercise. You know what I'm saying?
So and sorry to cut you off, but so with dance, like
specifics.
Like specifically because at home, I'm not gonna lie, I dance all the time. Like I dance in front of anybody who's there, honestly, and they'll look at me and I'll laugh or whatever. But that's really just it. So are you talking more of professional stuff, like actually jumping into a dance class where you're doing it with people?
Yeah.
Cause I've been hesitant to explore that too.
Really?
I don't want to do that.
I don't know. I would I don't know. One day I might just try it out. I watched a lot of videos of people in LA and they do big dance classes and they learn 8 counts, all that stuff. And I don't know. I feel like that's a form of self-expression that I've not really been open to explore. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why either.
Open to explore?
Yeah, I don't know why, but that would be my dance for sure.
Yeah. I think if I had to choose one, it might sound shocking, but music.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, I don't know, I make my own music. These two know that. I make my own music. I put out a couple projects and everything, but I feel like I haven't done enough with that. For the longest time, I wanted to create another Instagram page and social media pages specifically for my music and post snippets on there. Because right now I just use my main page and I just post snippets all the time. But I think the biggest thing holding me back is if I create another page, I won't get the attention I want to get for the traction I want to get from my music. And I feel like if that happens, I'm gonna be less inclined to actually put my music out there, and it's going to like set me back, which is not what I'm shooting for, because as of right now I have 3 projects I want to finish within the next 6 years. So, you know, doing that would just really set me back. Like, but I feel like if I really want my music to reach the heights that I know it can and I want it to, I'm gonna have to do something like that sooner rather than later.
Yeah, it's gonna make like for a better like origin story, not for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta start somewhere. You feel me? So yeah.
And I feel like also, I know it's gonna take time though for like my page to like gain followers and stuff like that. Except besides the people that follow me on Instagram already and that actually listen to my music, I'll have them. But like to gain new followers, it's gonna take a little bit of time. But you know, if I gotta wait, gotta wait. All the good things don't always happen right away. Nothing really good. The goals that you want to set, rarely do they ever come right away. It's, if you really want something, you're going to have to work for it over countless years and countless days, countless months, stuff like that, if you really want to be where you want to be. So I think that's something I got to realize, and I got to just take the next step forward without being scared with it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Kari, anything?
I guess I would have to say singing. Is that it?
Yeah.
Singing? Yeah. I always wanted to do it. I always wanted to do it, but I don't know. Nah, I don't think I can do it. To be honest, I think I can do it, but I think it takes all that extra work for somebody who ain't got that talent like me. You know, I have plenty of other talents, but singing just ain't one. But it's nothing I can't learn. Trust and believe. But again, that would be comparing me to like Bruno Mars. Like, that man can sing, I can't. You know, like I won't be able to like just, you know, go ahead and do what I gotta do and then be able to sing like him. I mean, if it happens, it happens, but I don't think it's gonna happen. But that has been one I've always been hesitant about.
You never know.
You never know. Yeah, you never know. You never know.
Yeah.
Don't even think. It's
then
like
I gotta take
you can never tell.
Shit, honestly, I can't sing worth a damn.
Right.
But I do it every time. I don't care who's looking at
Right,
me. I would just start
respect
straight up
you.
singing. If I'm vibing with the song,
Exactly.
I will straight up sing. And I know I've heard myself sing. I'm like, I can't sing for shit. I can't sing for
See,
shit.
the thing about me is I'll be feeling like I'm a little delusional sometimes, cause I'll go ahead and I'll be like singing. I'll be like, damn, I sound good, and then my voice crack, and I'll be like, whoa, gotta turn that shit down. Cause, you know, or I turn the music up so I don't hear myself singing and my voice blends in with the song. You know that little trick? But yeah.
You never know, man. Like we said, like you never know. Don't even like it can happen to you. Like you're saying this right now, but it might literally happen to you. You never know. Nothing is anything like I don't know. Like that's what I learned too. Like any life is like it's so many different possibilities with life. Like it really is anything can happen. Like and like. Not even to be like on no like morbid shit, but an asteroid can hit the earth right now. Like you know, like any like
for real though.
You know what I'm saying?
For real
like
though,
anything can really happen.
All
at
those
any
shooting
given
stars we see up in the sky.
That's
How
what I'm
many
saying.
shooting stars have y'all seen lately? Honestly,
That's a good question.
like, I want to make a wish upon a star, but they ain't there.
Not looking at the sky no more. I don't know.
I'm looking at a damn cloud of fucking what the fuck was it? Pollution? Carbon dioxide. I'm sorry. My bad.
All right, moving right along. All right, what's one habit you want to get rid of, and what's one habit you want to keep?
I want to get
went
rid.
first.
Oh,
Go ahead. Yeah.
I want to get rid of procrastination.
Say it again for the people in the back.
Since I graduated high school, I was like, all right, I'm graduating high school. That was my years of procrastination. I got by. When I get into college, I'm not going to procrastinate a single day in my life. That is a damn lie. I have procrastinated like crazy with college work. Like I get my work done and everything, but the time I take to procrastinate, when I can just get it done as soon as I get to work and just not have to worry about it, and I can actually relax, and I'll be like saying I'm relaxing, but I'm really like sitting and playing these video games. Like, damn, I was given 2 weeks to get this assignment done. It's doing like 4 days. I feel like that really puts a lot of pressure on me. Like it stresses me out, and I'm stressing myself out. Like I have no one to blame but myself for stressing myself out. But at the same time, you know, I don't know. Procrastination. It's my worst enemy, but it's also my best friend because I'm like, I'm a good worker. I can get this done, but I should really get this done right away, so I don't have to worry about it. But then I'll just go ahead and procrastinate still, even though I'm like, it makes more sense to get this done right now. But But what was the other question?
And what's one habit you want to keep?
One habit I definitely want to keep is just being a good person, being an overall good person. Like, I feel like that's really something
That is a habit.
that really defines who I am as a person. Like, when people think of me, they think of, Wayne's a really good person. Like, he's there to help people when they need it. Now, I will say, is it a habit that gets me hurt sometimes? Definitely. It's happened a lot. But I think it really speaks volumes that I've gotten hurt, but I'm still choosing to be a good person like I am. I'm still able to stay true to who I am. Now I'm more careful with who I decide to really care for and help. Yes, because that's how you protect yourself. Is it still gonna happen that you're gonna have people that are gonna come around and stab you in the back? Yeah, that's just inevitable with life. That's just how life rolls. But I think I'm really getting better at being able to see people for who they are before I decide to really go all in and really help them out. You gotta scan the room, which is why I'm as quiet as I am. I don't talk a whole lot, especially if I don't know you. Like, when I first meet you, I'll talk to you, but what I'm really doing is I'm observing you to see what do you really like. Like, when we're talking, do you completely disregard our conversation for a second so you can talk to somebody else and then come back to me? I feel
that's a thing though. That really that's disrespectful. That we're having a conversation and you just kind of don't even say excuse me, diverge.
Right.
Just go
just can I get a second real quick or something like that. Like, if you say something like that, then that's fine.
Right.
But if you're just you turn out of nowhere to somebody else, I'm just okay.
Right. I'm sitting here looking awkward.
Right. I'm just sitting here
exactly.
Yeah, but I'm studying to see how you act as a person, and from our introduction, that's how I decide. I can be cool with this person, or that's someone who I want to kind of veer away from. And another thing is, I'm really big on eye contact. Like, when we're having a conversation, I look at you when I'm talking. I don't look at the ground. I don't look at the sky. I don't look at other people.
I'm big on that too. I'm big on that.
Yeah, if we're having a conversation, our attention should be one another. If someone has something pressing that they need to tell you, cool. Just be excuse me. I'll be back in a second. But I want to make sure your attention is with me. Yeah, because I'm engaged with you. Are you engaged with me?
Right.
The same as I'm engaged with you.
It's a conversation. Yeah.
Exactly. We're having a conversation for a reason. We're just now we're meeting each other for the first time.
Exactly.
Don't you want to try and connect and see how we vibe? I thought that's why we were doing this in the first place. We're not going to try and go for that. What is the point of us talking?
Exactly.
But yeah. The card?
Like that, bro.
For me, I would say that
get rid of and keep.
Yeah. To get rid of, I would say, I think mine would be procrastination too, honestly. I'm sorry. Mine would definitely be procrastination because I'll literally look at an assignment, and if I don't want to do it, it's not going to get done at that time. But the thing about it, you
gotta put me first.
and I hate timed things. Oh shit, I gotta arrive on time more. That's another thing too. I'm always late, but that has to deal with procrastination because I will literally my ass will literally get up in the morning and not move, or I'll get up and start moving but not moving to do what I need to do. You know what I mean? And I know I need to do it. It's just the party don't start till I get there. And I need to stop thinking like that because the party will start. But for me, it really won't start without me. That's just, but and so definitely procrastination. I'm getting better at it though. It sounds kind of simple when I say it like this, but what's working is doing it when I need to do it, when it's right in front of me. just tackle that bitch. You know what I mean? Just tackle it. Cause at the end of the day, like, if I don't tackle it, then it's not gonna get tackled ever. So, and it's just gonna end up late, and I'm gonna be
right.
Yeah. Mind if I interject?
Piling.
So I was gonna give an example for that. Like, my mom used to tell me to take out the trash. I'd be like, oh, I'll get it in the morning. And then I'd be laying in my bed in the morning, be like, I don't want to be up right now.
That's
like,
what I'm
I didn't
saying.
talk like trash like last night.
Now you're even more mad. Yeah.
Really, like I'm really pissed. Cause I know once I wake up in the morning, I'm not going back to sleep.
Right.
So I'm just laying there pissed off.
Yeah.
And I gotta get up, put on my slippers, go outside, take out this stinking ass trash. And there's always like multiple bags. There's 5 people that live in this house.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have tons of trash. And I'm like, pissed. But now I'll do it because trash day's on Friday. So Thursday night, I'll literally go in the garage, take out all the trash cans, take out the trash bags, put them out, and be like, now I can just stay
relax,
asleep.
right?
Because I know my mother is going to wake me up. Like I can always count on her. Loud as hell too. I'm like, nah,
you
it's
know,
6
you know,
o'clock in the
you
morning.
know,
You don't have to
exactly.
bang on my door. But should I be OC for no reason?
Yeah.
So
my mom bang on your door. I just hear her come down the stairs. I just hear my mom come down the stairs, like, Kari. I'll be like, bro, please. And if I don't answer, she'll FaceTime me from the top of the steps.
I think that's the most aggravating thing. Like, why are
She'll FaceTime me from the top of the
because
steps.
we're not in the same house.
Like, I think I really got my persistence from my mother because she really won't quit. And that's another thing that I would like to keep, my habit, my perseverance, my persistence.
I like that shift. That was
ooh, yeah. That was a good segue.
right.
Damn.
My perseverance. Like, I don't want to get, like, there's been so many times when I've been so close to giving up. And as soon as I reach that point where I'm about to, like, fall off the cliff, it's like I'm literally reminded of why I got so far in the first place. Like, it's like my brain won't let me forget. And then I'm back to square one again, rolling with the punches, still going at it. And then, I don't know, sometimes it'd be like, damn, I really want to stop. I really want to give up. I'm really going to sit down. I'm going to go to sleep. But it's my perseverance that has gotten me through everything I've been through. So I definitely want to keep it. I definitely do.
I like that. So one that I want to, let me get it again. One habit I want to get rid of. I would say it's more of a mindset. The mindset of when I spend, I'm gonna get it right back.
Me too.
Yeah, like I think, but see, I'm gonna even challenge that, right? Because I feel like I read something. It was like you shouldn't have to limit how much you spend because you shouldn't be able to make enough too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but you gotta look at the circumstance. Like I feel like maturing is realizing you gotta look at your circumstances and what makes sense for you not to be broke and destitute. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like money is gonna be something that is just, I don't know. I track money. I feel like, right, and I feel as though money is gonna be something that I always just. Once I get set in me, I feel like I'm gonna always have an abundance of it. But right now, I'm a little bit impatient on that. So I feel like I'm living how I'm supposed to live in the future right now. Does that make sense? Like I'm living,
yeah.
You know, like, and I gotta learn, gotta chill. You know what I'm saying? It's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just hold your money, hold your money, because then you be mad when you gotta get up and grind because you don't spend all your money. Now you sitting here mad and you don't want to get up, but then you don't want to be broke as well.
Now you can't take that trip that you want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that would definitely be when I want to get rid of definitely that mentality of like I'm gonna spend and get it right back. You know what I'm saying? And then one I would want to keep is I love how persistent I am in my boundaries. Like that's one thing I really do. Like I feel like when I was younger, I was like, oh yeah, let's go, trying to go with the flow. I don't go with the flow. The flow don't go with me. I don't go with the flow. If I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it. Like that's just. I don't believe in peer pressure. I don't believe in I don't believe in it. I don't. Like I feel like if like my boundaries are so set, like also adding to the fact that I feel like I know like for me to be so young, I feel like I'm very clear in what I want. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's shown through how I am with women, how I am with like how I dress, how I am with how I talk, just how I carry myself. I feel like I'm a very like
Straightforward.
yeah, like I don't really got like I feel like when I to be honest with you, like when I wasn't straightforward, or when I try to be nice, not nice, but like, you know, bite my tongue to the point where it's affecting me, it didn't go right. Like my life wasn't going how it's supposed to go. Then I'll be like, I should have spoke up. I should have said. I should have. Nah, bro. Like maturing is realizing that you can say no. You know what I'm saying? Like maturing is like you can say no. Like,
maturing is realizing for all the if, could have, should have, would have. Like at this point, learn from your lesson and do all what you would have, could have, should have the next time.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up. Yeah,
don't beat yourself up.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like so I would say that's something I want to keep, how I'm so persistent in setting my boundaries. Like I don't play about that. Like because I feel like that when you do that, it eliminates you being irritated from something that you could have just said no to. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I am like these days, so I'm like, you sitting here mad, but you should never say yes. Like, you should never say yes. Like you gotta take the L on this. You know what I'm saying?
You shouldn't agree to the shit.
You gotta suck it up now. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, you ain't got nobody to blame for this but yourself.
Come on now.
What are you mad for?
That's what I get for being so damn nice.
That's what I'm saying. If you were to set that boundary and stood on how you feel when, you know what I'm saying, that's nothing. Like I feel like people gotta get firm. I don't really like, you know, tell you too much, but people gotta get firm and standing in what they believe in. Like don't let nobody that, like I always say this, don't let nobody bully you out your stance or how you feel about something. You feel how you feel because how you feel is how you feel.
Stand on what you say and stand on what you feel.
And
like,
you know what I'm saying? Like
it's not for anybody else to, I don't mean to cut you off, it's not for anybody else to say what you should do and what you should, how you should feel. If you feel a certain way, or you're talking about a specific topic and someone is like, oh, blah, 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 that's their opinion. Don't let their opinion differentiate your opinion.
Come on now.
You're you for a reason. Exactly. You make your own thoughts. Don't let somebody else think for you. Because what is that going to do? That's going to make the wrong decisions for you in life.
Come on.
Like, and then you're going to be mad you're not living the life you decide to live because you're letting other people speak for you. That's a weakness right there. Like, let's talk about that. Hold on. I'm not making that because I feel like a lot of people are mad at themselves. Not because they did something wrong. Well, yeah, they did do something wrong. They let someone else speak for them. Like, if you really feel like you're connected with yourself and you're connected with life and you want life to go in a certain direction, you cannot listen to what other people say because they're always going to say something. There's always going to be someone saying something about you or saying something about how you feel about something. They're always going to feel like their opinion is better than yours, or you should change the way you think because of how they think. Because that's how they were raised and that's how the mindset they developed. Mm-hmm. Like, no, you can't do that. Because if you do that, because if you allow that to happen, you're only setting yourself back, and you can't progress in life that way. Like,
no real shit.
Really, like you can't let other people's feelings dictate how you feel,
how you move,
and how you move,
how you carry yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Like I really feel like
I kind of do go by that model. You really. I always say this, like, if I gave a fuck, I wouldn't be here. So like
really?
Real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you cannot. It's like, but it's a thin line, but it's not. Because at the end of the day, I feel like some people, you know, you should hear them, you know, taking it to.
No, I feel like it definitely is a consideration factor. Like you have to be considerate of
people that's close to you, though.
Exactly. People who are close to you, be considerate of their feelings. Of course, hear them out. You know, everybody.
What's the word? I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. What's that word?
Reassurance? Is it reassurance?
No, it's like it's a word when like you're giving it discernment. Discernment.
Yeah.
Discernment is a really big thing too. Like even with people close to you, you still gotta discern what's for you, what's for not for you, and it could be like. You can take one piece from what they said and just discard the rest, but that's for you. You're discerning what's for you and what's not for you. You know what I'm saying? But
and that other person has to understand that as well.
Exactly.
That's the whole key thing on relationships. Like, I mean, you know, any type of relationships, friend, platonic, business, platonic, whatever. Like, that's what people have to understand, and I feel like that's what a lot of people don't understand.
Right.
Like, just because somebody's not going by your opinions does not mean the world is about to end.
Right. That does not mean you have to completely cut them off because they don't agree with what you're saying. If you really care about someone, you're gonna respect their opinion. Like y'all are gonna have different opinions. Y'all aren't gonna always agree on everything.
Millennials can't understand that.
Like
millennials don't get it. I don't know.
Like it's not. Someone isn't like. I don't, let me not get into that, because I was about to say something. Let me not get into that, because
right. We all got something.
Some of them call from the cancellation of our damn show off the first episode. So let me not go into that. But
right? Yeah, come on. Let's segue to the next one. We all got something to say. We gonna keep it PG for the first one, but as we get move along in our podcast, we definitely gonna get into some things. You know what I'm saying? All right. Next question: who do you most admire, and how has it impacted the way you live your life?
Devar, you want to start with this one?
I can. This is gonna sound so...
That's a good ass question.
It's gonna sound so bad. It's gonna sound really bad, but I have to explain my reasoning. So, me.
That's not bad. Go ahead.
It's just, and throughout my entire life, it's never felt like my life was mine. So once it finally became mine, once I started focusing on me, nobody could tell me nothing. The way it was a pivoting point in my life. Honestly, it was a pivoting point in my life. I hated mirrors. I hated mirrors. So when you gain that self-reflection, you gain an appreciation for yourself. I saw myself in a new light. I saw the potential that I have. You know what I mean? Once that happened, I felt like I could excel. I felt like the whole dream of being successful, especially in the black community, was mine. I felt like that was mine. There was no way I was not gonna succeed now. And I don't know, ever since then I've been moving at a pretty good pace for myself as of healing, as of maturing, everything. It's been a total increase in my life. I like my life now. I didn't like it at once, but I like my life now. So, definitely me. I aspire to be a lot, and that guy, that's what I'm looking up to. Me.
Respectfully. So this might sound cheesy, right? But I feel like on some real shit, I feel like women. Right, and I say this right because I feel like women are always in a sense giving. They always have how I feel like men have the upper hand in a lot of situations. I do. I feel like as a man, it's just been coded into us that we're somehow superior, to women, right? So I feel like seeing women. I think even my mom, right? Seeing women, how they have it's a lot of sexism going on. It's a lot of it's a lot of basically, right? And they still move and thrive. And if we really want to be technical, the world revolves around women.
Women bear children.
That's what I'm saying. It revolves around women, and somebody said this. They was women get who they want. Yeah, women get who they want. Men get who they can get. You know what I'm saying? Women have, you know what I'm saying? They could I feel like a woman just walking into a space and being deep within her, she just her aura, her feminism, all of that. It can literally silence the whole room. Well, I'll be like, damn. Even girls, even women do it. You know what I'm saying? Men, but all of us, are damn, that's a bad. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody has turned.
That's what I'm saying.
Who that is?
That's what I'm saying. And I remember I saw this TikTok about Tupac, right? I don't know, not to get too much into astrology shit or whatever, but me and Tupac are we have the same sun and the same moon, right? And our mothers are kind of the same. His mother was a Black Panther, and I feel like my mother, she would have been one back in the day. I really do think so. I really do.
Man, yeah.
Your mom. That's what I'm saying. I think she would have been one, and he was talking with this lady, and there was an interview. They were just talking, and he was he's not intimidated by feminine energy. You know what I'm saying? He was he could sit within it. He doesn't feel intimidated in it. You know what I'm saying? He loves it. You know what I'm saying? He can look at a woman and not want to be with her sexually and just love her aura just for who she is. You know what I'm saying? And I feel that's why I say, I say women are, just seeing how they moved in everyday life. You know what I'm saying? Just I feel like they they impacted me, and like to my mom especially. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she's impacted my life in so many different ways. I feel like just seeing her, you know, grind and do what she gotta do. Like I really do have a lot of respect for her being a single mom. And to how far she's come now. You know what I'm saying? Like I really do. You know, even though I might not, yeah, but I really do have a lot of respect for women. Like I don't find it funny to disrespect women. I don't find it funny to talk down on women. I feel like, I don't know, women, bro. Not even on no simp shit, but women.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
no,
Yeah.
that's how you feel.
No, I mean it makes sense. I mean, yeah, like you said, you know, not to delve into the whole astrology shit, but every zodiac sign is depicted as a woman.
Mother Nature.
Like,
Universe is a feminine energy, bro.
The universe is a feminine energy. But that's the thing. The universe is a feminine energy, and the opposite is mankind.
Never thought about it like that.
Right?
Damn.
Go ahead, Brady.
So, for someone I really admire, definitely to say my mother. My mother, just seeing what she's gone through in the past 3 years is already enough to make me admire her. But growing up with her for going on 21 years, like obviously I don't remember it all, but like just some of the stuff I've seen her go through, with losing my grandmother when I was like 4 or 5, I believe. Yeah, like when I was around 4 or 5, and like I remember that day. I remember vividly. Like I was downstairs, and I came upstairs and I saw her crying, and I was like asking her, "Mommy, what's wrong?" And you know, I didn't really understand death at the time. Like I knew death was a thing, but I didn't really understand it. I was 4. Like she told me my grandmother had died, and I remember like not really getting it at first. I didn't cry, but my mom was like in a lot of pain. Like her and my grandmother were really, really close.
Mm-hmm.
That was her mom. Like, you know. But then it kicked in for me eventually, and like, I started to realize who I really lost.
Yeah.
And it was right after my brother was born too, so it was a lot on her. She just had her child, and now her mother's gone. She didn't really get to meet her grandchild. But you know, she was able to. I don't want to say move on, because you never move on.
Yeah, that's not something.
From the death of someone you really cared about, especially someone
Better managed now.
that was
Mm-hmm.
But she was able to grow from that. You know, some people, and it's not their fault. Like losses are tough; they're gonna affect you. Like she could have turned to like, you know, neglecting her children or you know start drinking. She didn't do that. She was upset, but she learned how to put it aside and really like focus on what she needed to do. Because now she has 2 kids. You know, she has 2 kids, and she still has to do other stuff. She has to go to work. She has to buy groceries, cook food. You know, do everything that her mother is, you know, got to do to protect her family and keep her family going. But yeah, she was able to do that. And then my father got sick a couple years after that, and she still, you know, she was getting stressed out because you got to raise three kids now, because my sister was born after that. But she's got to raise 3 kids now with a sick husband, and she doesn't really have that much help. It's really just her doing everything. And then, you know, my dad got better. You know, we got things settled a little bit, and that was when I started to really be able to help her, like take some of the weight off her shoulders. And you know, I try to do as much as I can now, but with me at school, I can't help out as much as I really want to. But you know, I see her now, like with 2 almost fully grown children and a teenager. She still gets a little like overworked sometimes, but no matter what, my mother will not give up. Like she will do whatever it takes to protect her family, provide for her family, and make sure everyone's straight, even though I can tell sometimes she's not. You know, I talk to her and see how she's feeling, and she'll say she's fine, but I'm like, Mom, you're not okay. Like, you could tell me. But no matter what, she will not give up. Like, that's just not in my mother's vocabulary. She has the perseverance unlike anyone I've ever seen. And I really admire her for that, and I really love her for that. Like, because she's, like I said it before, she's been through so much. She's lost a ton of people that meant so much to her. You know, there were times where she could have said, you know, this is too hard, I don't want to do this no more. No. She was down, but she was never out. She got right back up and continued to fight. And I really admire her for that. she's got us where we are now.
Right.
And another thing I want to add, she was so stressed about our old house, getting it fixed up, getting it repaired. You know, that cost a lot of money. Like, it cost a lot to get that done. And when it was finally able to go in the market, you know, it didn't get snatched up right away like the other houses in Laurel. Like, other houses in Laurel were like, gone, bang, bang, bang. And they looked similar to our old house, but no one was really interested in it. And she had a couple offers, but then people were taking offers back. So she was really stressed out about that. And then eventually, you know, it took some time, but someone put an offer in the house, and just a couple of days ago, like 2 or 3 days ago, she got it sold. So, and that really, I feel like that relates back to what I was saying earlier. Not all good things will come right away. It's going to take some time for the good things to happen. Houses on the market for like
it's a process.
A month or two. But, you know, eventually the right person came through and they offered the right amount. They weren't trying to lowball, you know, stuff like that. They weren't asking for too much. Able to get it done.
Made profit off it. Exactly.
And I got a sold house. And now my mom's going to look for another house. But yeah, I'm so proud of her, and you know, I know she's gonna continue to fight and beat her. That's just who she is.
No, for real, the moms got it like that. Like all three of our moms got it like that. They did that shit. They did.
Do we always agree with them?
No.
Not
always agree with them.
Not even close.
I can't agree with half the things my mom thinks about. Like,
do they get on our nerves sometimes?
Very much so.
For sure.
Very much
for sure. But do we love them?
Yes.
Yes, with my whole heart. Even if she do be banging on my door and then not closing it after she leaves. What is the point of doing that? But, you know, I wouldn't trade her for anything in the world.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Like, they made us who we are today. Like, we gotta give it to that.
I really wouldn't be who I am today.
At all.
I feel like I get a lot of my traits from my mom.
I agree.
Like, I face a lot of things, but have I ever, like, given up? There's times I wanted to, but did I? No.
Like I said, I've gotten my perseverance from my mother. That woman, it scares me how she just. I'd be like, bro, sit down.
I don't aspire to be that strong.
I don't.
I want to live a soft life.
No. Shit. But what was I about to say? I think another trait I get from my mother is like we look like we're nice people. Like, we're really good people because like we got weird glasses and everything. Like, when you see people with glasses, you don't really think like, oh, they're not that like.
You wouldn't hit a guy.
But when my mother gets mad, she scares me. Even if she's not mad at me, I'm like, I back up, put my hands up. I'm like, but I'm the same way. Like, I'll be cool with you and everything, but as soon as you like do something to really tick me off, like seriously tick me off, it's not gonna be pretty. Like, you won't want to back up. Because I was like, we were in some scary shit, something scary the other day. When we were driving to Tyson's, it was yesterday actually. No, not yesterday. 2 days ago, we were driving to Tyson's Corner, and we were on the highway, and this big tractor trailer comes from the side, and it literally scrapes up against my mother's truck. Like, it like took some of the paint off of the car, and it took some of the
as y'all was driving.
Yeah, bro, we were on the highway, and it didn't stop. Like, it full on drove until it like passed us and got into the lane we were in. Like, it scratched on my mom's mirror. Like, the outside of the mirror, like,
really?
It took paint chunks off of it. Yeah.
Yo.
And man, she just honked the whole time. Like, even though the guy passed, she just honked. And she was cursing. I've heard my mom curse. Never like that.
Yeah.
Never like that.
In the car with her.
Yeah, my sister and me were in the car.
Who took a picture of the license plate?
Me and my sister. Took a picture of the license plate. Took a picture of the car door and the mirror.
On that type of time.
We're about to get fired.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
Exactly. Like, I really thought my mom was like full on gonna stop in the middle of the highway, hop out the truck, and like, because we were stuck in traffic, so I feel like she was gonna go up to the truck and pull the guy out and start whooping his ass. It wouldn't surprise me if she did do that. But Buddy gonna get his due.
Yeah.
It's alright.
No, for sure,
man.
For sure.
All right.
How many questions we got left, Mike?
We got 3 left.
3 more.
All right. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna answer this next one first. All right. So, what does alone time look like for you? Yo.
Ooh.
Listen. It's meditation for me. I ain't gonna host you. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I'm the only child, but I'm not, but I ain't. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't. So, bro, like, I don't know. Like, it's like, my alone time could look like so many different things, bro. It can look like me smoking. It can look like me reading something. It can look like me.
I'm always smoking on my alone time.
Being on my right, exactly. It could look like me being on my computer. It's so many different things, but I just like, I feel like for me personally, alone time is a must. Like, that's the time where I can like recollect everything that's happened through the day. I can wind down. Like, I don't know, it's just like a moment for me to like decompress. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like my alone time is very, very, very important to me. Like, I can like be irritated, right? But as soon as I go by myself, plateau. Like, just fully like, I don't know, it's so weird.
That's how it be.
Yeah, like, I don't know, like, cause it's just me. Like, it's me. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my own space, in my own company, and I like, you know what? And I feel like it's a blessing for me to like be so comfortable in my own presence, because a lot of people are not comfortable being alone. You know what I'm saying? They're not comfortable being in their own presence. They're not comfortable being by themselves. And I feel like during COVID, I ain't had no choice. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And then I fell in love with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But again, everything is a calm balance. Like, I'm learning that too. Maturing is realizing everything comes with a balance. Like, I don't want to be alone so much that I just cut human connection off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's definitely like, I'm learning. I'm seeing, you know, like, that's what, you know what I'm saying. I'll be outside more. I'm, you know, in the way just a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But when I'm not in the way, I'm out the way. I'm in my jam.
Gotta have a balance of both.
You definitely do, because like what happened, right, is I'll be alone for so long that when I got back in public, it would be like, I'd be like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa, this is like, I would get overstimulated. Like, I remember we went to a party in May, right? And I hadn't been to like an event in like maybe like 2 or 3 months, right? And I had just been by myself a lot of the time, working home, home. You know what I'm saying? And then when I went to the party, I was like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, everybody loud as shit. Like, everybody talking too much.
It was a lot going on.
It was a lot happening. But now, like, when I go to events, I'm cooling. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm outside. So that's exactly why I mean it's a perfect balance, because I don't want to be so far gone. Like, I'm glad that I have like friends like y'all that like y'all tapping with me, or y'all text me, or hit me, because I be needing that. Since like I feel like if y'all didn't do that, I would go off the grid. I would, like, nobody would hear from me.
Yeah.
Like, nobody would hear from me. Like, so I'm glad that, like, y'all doing that. I appreciate y'all doing that, because I would really not talk to nobody and be fine.
We got you. Because honestly, it'd be the same way for me. Like, if y'all didn't text me and hit me up, I'd probably be off the grid. I'll talk to my family. That's it.
Right.
I'm crying. I wouldn't even talk to them.
Yo, that's so funny. Yeah, so what does y'all alone time look like for y'all?
Alright, so alone time for me, it just looks like me. I can be doing a variety of things in my alone time, to be honest. Like you said, I could be reading, I could be smoking, I could be outside walking with the birds. Like, I can do a variety of things, and I really feel like my alone time is the most valuable time that I get, because like, I'll go around people, like, I'll go out to functions and everything. I'll be outside. But honestly, like, to be honest, I really prefer to just be by myself and just handle me, because I feel like I am my most productive when I have my alone time. I get everything done. Like, when I need to do my music, that's why I got my setup over there. I literally sit down here with the lights off. I have the little light strip going. And then I'll put my headphones on, and I won't talk to nobody. My phone will be on. I will shut my phone off. Like, I will shut it off completely. I won't even put it on Do Not Disturb. Because if I have it on Do Not Disturb, I'll still open it up. I completely shut it off. I look at my computer. I start producing. I have no other connections for like, and I can do that for like a solid 3 hours. And I can knock out probably like 10, 15 songs in that time frame. I did that the other day. Like, I sat down here for like an hour and a half, and I got out like 10 songs. So I already have 10 songs for these projects that I'm planning to do. And the first 2 are only gonna have like 6 songs on them. So I have almost 2 full EPs right now, as it is.
Okay.
But yeah, like I really feel like I'm my most productive when I'm by myself. Especially, I really feel like that constitutes like some like music, but also at the gym. Like really, when I go to the gym, I'm not looking to talk to anybody at all. I'm looking to go
Nah,
in
for
there,
real.
get my workout done. You know, because I'm gonna be in here for a while, so I want to just be by myself and be with my music. Like I really feel like when I have my alone time, music is a key part of that.
For
Like I love
sure.
listening to music when I'm by myself, no matter what it is. Like if I'm outside or if I'm at the gym, I'll be if it's me and my music, I'm locked into whatever I'm doing.
For sure.
Like I'll go to the gym, be there for a solid like hour, 2 hours. I don't even know how many workouts done, but I'll know I was efficient because I didn't really interact with nobody. You know,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I was
No
to me,
distractions.
Really,
Yeah.
I was focusing on myself.
Yeah.
I got done what I wanted to get done.
Exactly.
Plus more half the time. But yeah, that's my alone time.
It's your alone time. Man, my alone time consists of food, weed, and either TV or I'm just sitting down drawing. Like, I mean, well, of course music, but like, it depends. Some days I'll sit down and I'll draw and I want to watch some anime while I'm doing it. Or some days if I really want to drown, like, these are the days where I really want to like drown everybody out. I don't want any other like background noise, just me and my art. That's when I turn on my music, because it's like with every stroke, you know, with every stroke, it's
Not childish. Like I didn't laugh too.
I was trying to think of a different word, but it's just like, nah, like with every paint stroke, it's just like another like tune in my head. It's, I don't know, it's a good feeling, especially when you're high. It's just, it's ethereal. It's ethereal, honestly. But definitely enjoy that, you know, just watching TV, eating popcorn type shit. Like, I be just laid out, like, eating popcorn, watching TV, whether it's like a movie, TV show, anime, it don't matter to me. TV is a comfort zone for me. It is. But yeah, that's my alone time. I ain't talking to nobody in there.
Word. All right. What do you wish people better understood about you?
Ooh. So something I wish people would better understand about me is it's two things actually. They're kind of intertwined. So like when I'm like not talking, or like, because when I'm upset I don't talk. Like when I'm not talking, please do not try to get me to talk, because it will not work. Like, it's not that I'm trying to be an asshole or anything. It's just I don't want to talk right now, and you're not going to get me to talk. I need my space. I need time to myself again, relating back to a long time. I need time to be with myself and really calm myself down and just be one with myself. Like, I just don't want to interact right now. Like, I'll be back to wanting to talk and everything in a minute, but I'm going to really need that time to myself to really reflect on what happened and see where I went wrong and see where other things went wrong.
I agree.
But to, you know, revert into my second point, just because I'm quiet doesn't mean I'm, like, I was saying this before, it doesn't mean I don't want to talk to people or I don't want to interact with people. Like, I feel like being quiet and being completely silent are two different things. Like, being completely silent, you don't say a single word to anybody. You're just to yourself. But being quiet is, you talk, you just don't talk a whole lot. And this reverts to me being an observant person. I observe people, I see what they're like, I interact, and if I don't like what I'm observing, it's deuces. I'm out of here. I'm out. Like, I'm not gonna be somewhere where I don't feel comfortable or I don't feel like the person I'm talking to is who they're claiming to be. Like, because people can put on a mask, people can put on a facade so easily. But if you have good observation skills, like all three of us do here, you're able to see, like, oh, you fake.
Yeah.
I'm going the other way. You can go deal with everybody else. They might be able to see it, but me, I see it. I'm out. I'm not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with something that disturbs and disrupts my peace. It's just not happening. Because if it does, I'm walking away. And I'm not gonna let it get to me, because I feel like that's something I really struggle with in my life. I've let things get to me too often and too quickly, and it's really affected me sometimes. Like, it's happened, but I really feel like I'm getting better at, realizing something isn't going the way it should be or how I want it to go. Before I let this affect me too much, and I start getting upset, and I cause chaos for no reason. Well, not no reason, but
but good reason.
Yeah. What other people would see as for no reason.
Right.
They're not going to understand it. So let me not have to deal with that in the first place.
The chaos will definitely come. I don't play.
Like, I'll cause chaos, but like, I'm not trying to hear people in my ear the next day like, oh, you know what you did? Like, yeah, I know what I did. You ain't gotta remind me. Get out of my face. Because I feel like that really happens. Like, when you do something that you see as you did it for the greater good, other people don't understand it, and they're gonna want to talk to you about it and be like, I did it for a reason. Back up off me.
Right.
Like, it happened.
Right.
Like, people live too much in the past, I feel like what happened. You can't change it.
Yeah.
Like,
Can't
let it be.
dwell on it either.
Really, like, you can't hop in a time machine and be like, all right, gotta do this differently. Like, no, it already happened. Let it go.
You gotta deal with the consequences, bro. I used to tell myself that, like, did I do that? Did I make that mess? I don't think I did that. And then next thing you know, it comes right back around to bite me in the ass, and I'll be like, shit, I did do that. I had to own up to that shit when I saw it. But yeah.
What about you?
Oh, for me, I definitely feel like, like Wayne said, two things. So one, I would say, it took me a while to get where I'm at socially. So when I communicate with people and just communicate with anybody, like, I don't know, it has to be like, in order for me to fully be comfortable, and in order for me to like say everything I have to say and be completely clear in my communication, I have to be comfortable with you. I do. But this is like the second thing. It's weird.
No,
yeah, so that's why I need like kind of like free communication, because my mind wanders. So like I said, it took me a while to get here. It took me a while to even get comfortable with talking to you in the first place. Now that I'm finally here, like, I kind of just want you to understand that I literally am like a really cool guy. Like, just tell me what you mean, because I tell everybody. I kind of strive to tell everybody what I mean, especially now. Like, I really want to be straightforward in my speech. I don't want to like, because I used to beat around the bush a lot. I used to, and I noticed that it wasn't really affecting the other person, it was affecting me, because I wasn't getting my message across. So now I'm being read wrong. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So yeah. So yeah, it took me a while to get here. And so, give me grace. And I've told somebody that. It's like, yeah, it takes me a while. It's been a long time. Give me grace. I have to cook.
Let him cook.
Let him cook.
He's thinking.
But also, when I communicate with you, I give free communication. Like, I try and be straightforward as I can be, as straightforward as I can be. So please be as straightforward as you can be. I don't like when people beat around the bush with me. I don't like when all that, I would like to be, told straightforward, like, with anything, because I try and make it comfortable in my relationships for people to like come and talk to me, because my mind truly does wander, and trust me, please, my mind is going to lead somewhere down a wrong path, and like you said, chaos will happen. Chaos will happen. So just tell me what's up, honestly. Just tell me what's up, because I want to tell you what's up.
Really, like, I really feel like
y'all both be saying that. That's so funny.
I really feel like people just need to be more straight up. It would cause so much less disruptions and so much less chaos from ensuing if you would just say what you want or what you need to happen straight from the jump. Like, what is the point of going in a damn circle like this if it's just gonna come out eventually? Just say it right away. Like, if you feel like this, tell me. If you don't, tell me, because I'm going to let you know what's up straight away, whether it's in a relationship, friendship, workplace, shit, a vacation, anything. Like what I want out of this will be known right off rip, because you're not going to come back to me saying, oh, I didn't know you wanted this, or I didn't know you wanted to do this. Yes, you did, because I told you right away.
Yeah.
Now,
just because I happen to talk a little bit, don't mean that you need to like not listen to what I just said.
Because in what I'm saying, there's a lot of important information. Actually, all of it is important, because if it's not important to me, I'm not be talking about it. So what I'm saying is important, and you're going to want to take notes, mental notes. Like, I'm not saying you got to whip out a notepad and write everything down. Like, no,
but just
listen.
Be coherent.
Really, all I'm asking is you be straight up with me and you listen to what I have to say, because everything coming out of my mouth is the truth and it's what's important to me.
Yeah, I mean,
please just listen, because I will listen to you as long as you're real. All right,
it's common courtesy.
Really?
It's common courtesy. Like I be engaged in the conversation with you, be engaged in the conversation with me. Common courtesy. Like, people just don't have that no more.
It's ridiculous. It's disgusting, if you will.
Like, it's an atrocity.
Yeah. An atrocity is so funny.
Mike, what about you?
What do I wish you would better understand about me? I was listening that I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
That's not it. Wow.
It's like, not it, but that's a good one though. Like, please understand.
That's the same thing that happened when I said myself.
Yo, please understand, dude, that I do not give a singular fuck.
Like, I'm the nonchalant king, bro.
Like, I would that I'm more than my parents.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Go into that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Like, I feel like it's a lot of stereotypes, right? And you know what I'm saying? Like, being light skinned, you already know. You already know come with all that, right? Because, like, the other day, right, I was at an event. Last night, actually, I was at, like, it was an event. We went somewhere, and then we went back to a friend of mine's house or whatever. Mm-hmm. And basically, I don't know, everybody was trying to be in my business, I feel like. Like, especially when it comes to dating, I feel like everybody be in my business, right? That's why I don't talk a lot about that specifically, right? So everybody kept asking me, what's my type, or whatever. And then they was like, also they was like, I don't know, like, the questions got a little bit heated, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not heated, but, a little spicy. You know what I'm saying?
Very spicy.
And
not in my favor.
Like, how many bodies I had, and, like, when the last time I,
that might be a little bit more than spicy.
Right?
Wait, they was being very nosy last night. I'm trying to say.
Very nosy. And, like, I told him, like, I'm gonna share the podcast right now, right? So I have been celibate since 2021, right? And everybody be like, oh, you're lying. Okay. Believe what I want to believe. Like,
I'm telling you what I was doing.
Like, who are y'all for me to lie to you?
Right. Like,
but I'm not gonna argue. Listen.
Right.
If it make y'all feel better. But I don't know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, like, I feel like I'm much more than my external appearance, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though I might be like a good looking guy, not to toot my own horn, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I might be a good looking guy or whatever, or come off one way. I'm much more than that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very, very smart, very put together, you know what I'm saying? I pride myself in being myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's that post I had shared, you know what I'm saying, all my close friends, it was like the act of being me, and I had like a whole, you know what I'm saying, like, I feel like I just had to say that, because I feel like, I feel like people have like a lot of preconceived notations about, you know what I'm saying, like, they be like, oh, I thought you was this and that. No, that's what you get for thinking.
That's what you get from making assumptions.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, but I like how y'all related on the fact that y'all be like, we can just feel somebody, right? Me, I can't. I can't. Like, how y'all can feel somebody. I gotta have a conversation with somebody, right? To tell, like, I read in between the lines anytime I'm having a conversation with somebody. So I can ask you one question, and I can see how long you like. They think like I'm a very, very like analytical person, very right. So I can ask somebody a question, depending on how if your eyes turn this way, how long you take to answer the question. I know if you're lying or not. You know what I'm saying? You don't even got to.
It's a telltale sign. You're lying to me.
And I just go with it. I'm like, oh, word. Got you. Got you.
In other words, bullshit.
Right. Right. So that's what I'm saying. So like, when y'all was like, y'all want people to be truthful with y'all. Like, I don't know. Like, people can talk, and I know exactly if you're being truthful with me or if you're not being truthful with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of times I don't even say nothing. I don't have to say nothing. I'm gonna let you live and how you want to live, because you gotta figure that out for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, like I said, I just want people to know that, you know, I'm more than just my external. Like, I'm big on spirituality, man. Like, I'm big on the act of self. I'm big on the act of, you know, divineness in its entirety. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like let's talk about it, right? We're gonna talk about it, right? Because you know, I think it's a real, I'm not gonna say epidemic, but like it is a problem. I feel like social media, I feel like everything is about external. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of these connections are based off external value. You know what I'm saying? Like, even like I heard something, right? And I don't want to speak ignorant, so that's why I'm not gonna say the school, but I heard like it was one of these HBCUs, and like they were making the kids feel like some of the kids felt like they didn't fit in because they didn't have the newest clothes, the newest this, the newest that. And I was like, damn, me personally, I like to dress nice, so it's never like, it's never really a problem for me. But I had to I gotta step in somebody else's shoes, you know what I'm saying, see it from their point of view. And I understand that. I feel like, because even though I dress nice and carry myself away, I'm not gonna judge somebody because they have less. And that's just me. That's my character. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you never know what anybody's going through. It was one point where I dreamed of having all the things that I have right now. You know what I'm saying? I dreamed of being able to have Jordans lined up on the wall. You know what I'm saying? That was my dream. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I feel like people gotta learn, like, stop judging people based off the external shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Get to know people. Then make your assumptions and your judgment. You know what I'm saying? Like, see what they about, because I feel like it's just a lot of external shit, and I want us to get more internal. Like, I want, like, for a lot of people, I want everybody to just be find more value in the internal world, because that makes the external.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that would be mine for sure. That would be mine for sure.
And stop taking your advice all the way from social media.
Yeah.
Like, please, I cannot stress that enough. Like, everything you see on social media is not perfect. And y'all gotta realize that a lot of these people that are making it seem like they got the perfect life for the cameras sometimes live some of the worst lives. Like, yeah, they got money and all that, and they can make themselves seem happy, but deep down they probably got a ton of stuff they don't like to show, or they don't want to show, that they're going through. Like, they may be dealing with a mental disease, they could be dealing with the sickness, they could be dealing with marital issues, financial troubles. Like, you can always put on a face, but you know, it's not always the real face. I feel like y'all gotta stop basing y'all's relationships off of celebrity couples.
Oh my!
I want to be like Dirk and India. Y'all do know Dirk and India broke up, right?
Like they are not relationship really goals at all.
No, I think that shit is so.
Like, y'all gotta realize, like, your relationship is not going to be perfect. Like, when you get into something with someone, you gotta realize y'all are going to fight.
Yeah.
Fights are a part of any relationship.
Exactly.
But especially with someone that you want to try and spend your whole life with, or you see yourself spending your whole life with, if y'all are going to be living with each other and y'all got to see each other every day, then y'all going to have the honeymoon phase, like, y'all be happy and all that. But after seeing each other for like a couple months, y'all going to get irritated. For sure. And y'all going to argue, and that's just going to happen. Sure. But you can't just up and leave out of what you're in just because it ain't got hard for you a little bit. Yeah. Like, what are you going to do when life throws other challenges at you that aren't relationships?
Exactly.
When you get laid off from work, right, or you get fired, or you're behind on your mortgage, or your rent, or your car payments. Like, stuff like that is going to happen. It's how you choose to deal with it, and how you put your head down and say, all right, this happened, it's a little mess up, but I'm not gonna let that define me and break my character. I'm gonna keep fighting through this.
For sure.
Yeah.
You gotta set your own goals and your own views.
Right.
Like, it's okay to take inspiration from other people and stuff you see, but don't base your whole personality and your whole life and all your goals off of what you see.
Right.
Make it for who you are and make it for yourself.
Individuality.
Really.
Yeah. But it's funny, right? Yo, you see how y'all did that segue? The next question is literally, what's your favorite things about Gen Z and least favorite things about Gen Z?
Oh, I'm crying.
Dakari, you're first with that.
Damn. Okay.
That's the last question.
Well,
that's our last question to wrap.
oh, this is our last question?
Yep.
This is actually a good question for the last question. Gen Zers ganging on Gen Zers. We love it. I'm not about to gang on y'all. I'm crying. But nah, I just...
I'm not getting canceled.
Okay.
Reminder, it's the first episode. Let's
Gen Z,
right? Nah, so it's funny. I've done this a lot for each question, but I do have it. So, change, I guess, for Gen Z. It's like we have a good side when it comes to change, and we have like a bad side, like in terms of like the change that we can create as Gen Z. Like we've brought so much like youth to the world. I feel like not for nothing, but I love Gen Z. I feel like the amount of like freedom that we have brought back into I feel like we have grabbed it for our own. Like, I'm sorry, but each and every one of us want to be free. We want to move out of our parents' house. We want to, but not just to like be grown and sleep with everybody. Nah, we want to really actually do something with our lives. Like, we want more than what our parents wanted, but we can, like, we truly believe we can obtain it.
We have the tools to reach where we want to get to.
We do. Like,
I'm gonna get into that when I talk about my I didn't mean to cut you off, but I'm gonna really talk about that when I get into my stuff.
Yeah.
Go ahead, carry on.
But nah, like we have like, it's like I feel like we need to understand that, yeah, we can't flip the world upside down, but the ability in itself to incite change is what we have. It's like literally, just that ignition to literally jumpstart the future. Like, it's time these old people get out of our way. Truly. And no disrespect to any of the old people that are listening. And not even if y'all aren't old, middle-aged, so whatever. But like, I have all the respect for y'all. Like, not for nothing, but I truly, like, I truly aspire to be as wise as some of the old people out there. Like, truly. But it's time y'all got out. Like, y'all don't need to make decisions for us no more. Traditions are not traditional no more.
Y'all take a back seat.
Yeah, traditions. We're getting out of that like traditional.
Yeah, there's no more of that. But that's definitely the good thing. I feel like we've definitely brought that. But along with this change, it's almost like I don't even want to like call it that. It's like a level of like sensitivity that comes with the change that we are inciting. But the thing about it is, I need people to understand that. I need people to understand. But the thing about it is, I feel like it's better if we like understand the fact that vulnerability is not just like I feel like people almost feel like when they're vulnerable, they're literally they're literally vulnerable. Like, what vulnerable means,
like they're completely cooked.
Yeah, like, nah, that's not it. Like, I mean, yeah, that's what vulnerable means, but there's levels to everything now. Y'all have to understand, like, and we've brought that. We've brought more levels. We have to understand that, like, that sensitivity shit, like, we really can't be too sensitive, because the whole thing about change, you have to be vulnerable with change, and that literally means being ready to bear the pain when your emotions are struck. Like, when your emotions are struck, it's that like, I'm sorry, but that's all a part of growth. That is all a part of growth, and we have to understand that that's literally what we are here for. Like, we are here to grow, to incite change. Like, that's literally what we're here for. But we're so sensitive and like scared to be vulnerable that it's we will take one step forward, 2 steps back. But I
don't think so. I feel
some
like we
of
talk
us
too
do.
much.
Some of us do. I do feel like we talk too much.
I feel like honestly, I don't know. Like, I feel like people overshare.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's a balance with. Like I said, it's a balance for everything. Like certain things.
See, but that's the thing though. They overshare and then get mad when it comes back in their face. You have to understand that when you put what you put out there, like, and you know, for some people, again, this does not like warrant, you know, any other.
Right, exactly.
This like when you put stuff out there, when you promote different type of shit, it does not warrant other people to come back and try and use that shit against you to try and cause you harm. It does not warrant anything. Protect your peace at all costs. But what I'm saying is when you like when you put that vulnerability out there, you have to be ready to bear the pain of the emotion of where bear the pain of your emotion getting struck. You have to. It's all a part of dealing with that. And like, it's okay.
Consequence to every one of your actions.
Yeah, it's a consequence to every one of your actions. It's like, it's okay. Like, give ourselves. It is kind of fucked up, but we have to give ourselves grace at the end of the day. Let's not let that lock us up. Okay, we are here to incite change. The more, not the more vulnerable, but you know, the more we're just able to, you know, be freely ourselves and stuff like that around people in society, no matter where we are, we're inciting more change. We're bringing more levels. But also, this all comes with understanding as well. You know, you guys have to understand one another and shit. But that's really that.
For me, oh wait, did you say you're just okay? Yeah. So one thing that I like about Gen Z, I like how mental health is so like much in the forefront now. Like, and we were talking about this one. We've talked about this before, but it was like on the basis of, I feel like first of all, COVID. First of all, like, we got to give ourselves grace for that. Like, I don't think our parents have ever lived, our grandparents have ever lived through a disease, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like a once in a lifetime event.
They lived through wars and stuff like that.
Yeah,
They haven't lived through.
They didn't have to shut down. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, nobody can tell us how to feel. I'm sorry, they can't tell us how to feel about that.
Like, not to say wars aren't devastating. Like, obviously they are.
Yeah,
but I don't think wars are on the same level as a international outbreak of a disease that's killing millions of people.
Exactly. You don't know how it's gonna affect everybody.
Really?
Like, yeah.
You don't know if you're susceptible to getting extremely sick, or if you might feel mild symptoms, or if you're not gonna feel anything at all.
Exactly.
It variated.
Exactly.
It was literally like your allergies were attacking. Allergies was coming back to bite everybody.
Exactly. Now, yeah, I love that mental health is in the forefront, man. Like I was saying with COVID, like, it sat a lot of us down, right? And we didn't really have a choice but to get to know ourselves. Like, on some real shit, we didn't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of people mental was tested during that time. You know
Very much so.
Yep. I really
Very
do.
much so.
And that's why when I get older, like, one of my things that I want to do is I definitely want to be like a counselor / therapist, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and make it affordable. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, a lot of people want to get it, but it's not affordable.
It's not in the budget.
It's not. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you shouldn't be charging an arm and a leg to talk to somebody.
You should.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm out here telling you about how I feel, and you're gonna charge me $400 for a session.
That's what I'm saying. Right. And then, like, exactly. So, yeah, I love that. You know, I love that we're so open about mental health. Like, I love that. Like, I feel like also with us being home longer, we're not on survival mode. You know what I'm saying? Like we're trying to survive. So we got to figure ourselves out. You know, But not surviving won't mean like we're not literally worried about what we're gonna eat the next day. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like with our parents, they didn't have that luxury. So I feel like in that case, we do have to give them grace for that. You know what I'm saying? Because we might be like, well, our parents don't get it. They're too harsh sometimes. Yeah, but they didn't have.
They was literally fighting for their lives.
Exactly. And like younger than us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
So I definitely want to give grace to that. And I just love how the conversation is, especially I feel like for men in Gen Z, the conversation is much more open. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with having a bad day. It's nothing wrong with crying.
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong with having emotions as a man. It's nothing wrong with that. We're all human.
I feel like now men in Gen Z have become more, emotionally aware.
Absolutely.
And therefore, we definitely have.
Absolutely. And so they want to call it sassy or whatever. Fuck that shit. If a nigga gotta cry to get that shit out, get that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Don't hold it in. That's why a lot of our older men in our generation, they die earlier. Like it's actual statistics to that shit, like because they don't show their emotion. It's not, you know what I'm saying?
No,
they're hardened.
Like black
real
men
shit.
be going through it.
Yeah.
Black men, especially, be going through it.
We have the highest suicide rate. I do research on all this. We have the highest suicide rate. Like it's real. It's real out here. You know what I'm saying? Actually, men commit suicide more. Period.
Yeah.
Than women.
But that's the thing, when you don't express your emotions that much and something like traumatic happens or something really knocks a screw loose, that's a tidal wave for us. That like it's literally knocking us on our ass.
Mm-hmm. And then by the time we look to get help, it's too late.
Yeah,
exactly.
Everything's
they don't be open to a lot of times too. It's not like, I think like that's what I hate though.
Yeah.
But not even about just our generation, but in general, I don't like how trendy things are. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was more trendy to go to seek counseling, a lot of people would do it. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't want that. They like, I watch this podcast. I watch a lot of podcasts or whatever. Speaking of, I watch a lot of podcasts or whatever, and it was Don't Call Me White Girl. I don't know if I know who that is. She's this really funny girl from Philly or whatever, and she was talking to what's the dude off Wild 'N Out? It's one guy off of there, right? And he had like been through so much trauma, and his girl basically had got shot while he was on the phone with her in their house or whatever. It was some real traumatic shit. And she was like, she told him like, go get some, you know what I'm saying, go get some counseling, go get some help. And he was like, what can they? He basically was like, what can they tell me that I don't already know? Like, bro, it's not even. It's more than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you gotta be willing to do it.
You need to tell somebody. Like, I don't know. I feel like the main thing with like therapy that people aren't understanding is that it's really not like, it's more so about you just venting.
Right.
Like, they're literally getting paid for you to vent.
Right.
They're getting paid for you to tell them everything that's going on with you.
And not for nothing, but I want like my therapist to come back and be like, bro, you're being dumb as shit. Like, what are you doing? I want my therapist to be like, listen, I understand this and I understand that, and that's cool. Here's your tissue. But at the end of the day, this is what you have to fix. This is on you, Brody. Like,
right. I respect that. Yeah.
You have to have, like, I feel like that's really like.
But also it's levels to it, right? Like it has to be a rapport.
It does
before we get there. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm saying. Like me,
you
like
have to get to know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like you
build that connection with your therapist.
Exactly.
That's why it's a trial and error thing with therapy. I've talked to a lot of people who are in therapy now.
They say they don't like a lot of like the first ones they had.
Yeah, they went through like 3, maybe 4 therapists before they found their
one that work, and that's okay too.
Yeah,
until you find that.
You have to find the right.
Because I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna get one.
I do too.
I think I want to get one once I move move out. You know, say like when we all we gotta do, we move together. I think that's when I want to get one.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I don't know. I feel like I need one. You know what I'm saying? Like
I just want to vent. They get paid for me to vent.
And they, like they can, dig up the stuff that I guess, not aware of, So I definitely want to do that. And the thing I hate about, or dislike, I don't want to say hate.
Hate is a very strong word.
Very strong word. Dislike about Gen Z. a trendiness. I really do like
The trendiness.
I don't like that. Like,
I don't like it either.
how one thing can be so popular today and then literally not even non-existent the next day, and it's like, damn. Like, I feel like you said about change, and you said it's like it's every good is bad, with every evil is good. You know what I'm saying? It's always a balance between everything, yin yang, whatever. And I feel like that's the opposite side of us. We seen the most change out of any generation. We got to give it to ourselves. Like, we went from them big TVs, you know what I'm saying, to flat screens. We went from having flip phones, then we went to the BlackBerry, the iPhones, you know what I'm saying?
The fastest change.
Yeah, we seen the fastest change. Like, it was, we grew up in change. We grew up in change, you know what I'm saying? From our phones not having, the what is it, 3D touch?
Oh,
On the iPhone before this one, you just like put your fingerprint. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
From that, like, I thought it was so cool when I first heard about it, and now we have Face ID. When I first heard about it, I was like, I don't want to do that, but now I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I can literally just look at my phone and something.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, at first I was like, I'm not doing that. They know what I look like. You know what I'm saying? But
clone my ass.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, they probably already got 1,001 pictures of me already from the phone.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
so yeah, I hate the trendiness.
What the fuck was that?
I hate the trendiness of our generation. Everything is just here today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead, Wayne. Talk about it, bro.
That was gonna be for what I dislike. It's like the trendiness, but it's like a specific realm of the trendiness. But what I do like about our generation is I like how Dakari said, we strive to make changes, but I also like how resilient we are. Because we have older generations in our ear telling us, you can't do this or you shouldn't do this, it's not going to make a difference. But we're still pushing forward, like, we don't care what y'all say. We're going to get this done. Like, it's going to get done one way or another. You cannot tell us shit. We're going to do this because we feel in our hearts that it's something that needs to be talked about, something that needs to be at the forefront of discussions, and something that we need to see a change in. Like the talks about mental health. You can look back to the early 1900s. They looked at mental health as you're insane. You need to go to the asylum. They locked up.
They drilled holes into your head.
Really, they would literally torture you because you weren't in the right state of mind. But now we see mental health and mental health diseases as things that should really be looked at and not deem someone a Looney Tune right off rip because they're not in the right headspace. They need help. And we look to give people help when they ask for it. And that's something I had to realize. Like, I was so afraid of my family and friends looking at me like I'm crazy because I deal with depression and anxiety and stuff like that. But come to find out when I talk to them, they're like, we're going to help you get the help you need.
Right.
Like, there's nothing you can't come to us about. Like, we're here to help you. We're going to find someone for you to talk to. You know, we're going to get you where you want and you need to be at to feel like the best you. But with that being said, I don't like how in this generation it seems like a trend for people to want to be mentally unwell. Like, it seems like people want to have stuff like ADHD, depression, bipolar disorder. Like, why would you want that? And they don't even go to someone to prescribe them as it. They prescribe themselves as mentally insane and stuff like that. Bro, you haven't talked to anybody, so you don't actually know. Like, is that to say you're not dealing with stuff? You probably are.
Oh yeah, everybody's.
But everyone's going through something. But just because you didn't get an A on this test or this shit didn't go right for you, you are not depressed, bro. You had something not go right, which is a part of life. Like, some of us out here are actually dealing with demons in our head that we're trying to fight every single day. Like, this stuff does not occur once, leave for a little bit and come back. Like, this is something that sticks with you, and it's going to stick with you. But it matters on you actually getting the help that you need. Are you going to fight this, or are you just going to let it consume you? And I've decided I'm not going to let it consume me. But it makes me so mad when I see people that aren't actually unwell, that are acting like they're unwell for a trend because it's hot and it's in style.
Like when I remember when Billie Eilish was talking about her Tourette's or whatever, people started like doing like the little twitches and stuff like that, and
they made TikTok channels.
You don't actually have tics and stuff. Yeah, they did. Yeah. They do, and I was like, how do y'all, like, why are y'all doing this? This girl's on stage literally twitching like she got something crawling up her. Like, that's great.
Y'all think it looks cool to do that. Like, no, bro. Like,
that's not
that
cool
doesn't make you cool. That makes you look like an asshole. It doesn't just make you like, you are a straight up asshole. You are a dickhead. It speaks about your character. Like, you're someone who is just disgusting. like there's just no other way around it. You're an awful human being. You need to be put down. Like, why are you doing this?
Put down is crazy.
Seriously, like, you're just awful. But gentlemen, any further thoughts, stuff y'all want to say?
Man, that was a good first episode, man.
It was.
That was
spectacular.
A good first episode. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think I got nothing, man. I think we touched on everything. We, gave good descriptions, gave good, analytics behind everything.
Yeah.
Fucking with it. How about y'all?
Oh, I like it. Go ahead.
Yeah. I really feel like this is a really good episode, especially for our first episode. We had to do a couple takes with the intro, but
Came through.
we got to figure out an end, and I really feel like we gave some really good descriptions. We've been going for almost an hour and a half at this point. That just shows you how powerful I feel like this podcast is really going to be, and how I think we're gonna set some trends with this.
Sure.
We're gonna set some innovations. We're gonna make some noise in the podcast game. Exactly what Dakari was saying. We're gonna incite change with this podcast.
Start having guests.
Exactly. We're gonna have special guests. Really, we want y'all to tap in with us on this podcast, because this podcast isn't just about us. It's about y'all too. We really want to connect with y'all. So if y'all have any suggestions, any questions y'all want to send us,
we want to be the voices
really,
of Gen Z.
please feel free.
Come on.
Send us whatever y'all feeling.
Feedback, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, questions y'all got.
Really,
topics
questions y'all want us to discuss, like whatever y'all want, we will do. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, there is nothing that we will not discuss. We'll try to tread around it so we don't wind up getting kicked off the damn air. But with that being said, we're gonna speak our minds, because that's what we do. That's why we're connected as friends, because we speak our minds and we're not afraid to say something. But yeah, we'll see y'all back for episode 2.
Yes, sir.
My name is Wayne Lejean.
Kari Devon.
It's your boy Mike.
And we're out of here.
Signing out.
See y'all next time.
No, 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 no.